morning. Morning, YouTubers and YouTuberettes. And this morning, it's 20 after 5. Night door here, Bob. Give me a second. There we go. A little bit of housekeeping. Missouri Meerschaum General with a Forever Stem butterscotch, courtesy of Walker Briarworks. Scott from Aristocob had somebody write into him and ask him about the draw of the pipe when cob pipe, when you remove the filter, that seemed to draw too easy. And Scott said that he usually takes care of that by packing it extra, packing it more firmly, because not only do they, when you remove the filter from Aristocob stem, you can see you have a big 6mm hole. Actually, it's a little bit bigger than a 6mm hole because the filter itself is 6mm. So the aperture of the tenon is a little bit bigger than 6mm because the filter has to go in there. And Scott was saying that he packs the tobacco a little bit tighter to make up for that. And a corncob pipe, unlike a briar, not only will you get the airflow coming directly in through the hole in the top of the bowl, but they are more breathable than a briar. You will get airflow as a result of coming right through the sides of the cob. Which is why, for example, on a windy day, you don't want to be outside walking, smoking a cob on a windy day, because the air flowing actually through the cob can cause to get heated up on the side of the cob and cause burn through. And for the same reason, I'm a truck driver. When I'm smoking, I keep the window rolled up and just run the air conditioner to prevent getting a burn through on the side of my cob. Now, Scott had an idea. He wanted to see what it would be like if you filled in the inside of the standard stem, Missouri Meerschaum stem, and, to close off the hole. And since I smoke mostly my cobs with the Forever stems, and you can see the tenon on a Forever stem, the hole is I think it's a 3mm. That's what Dave Wolf told me, a 3mm. It would be the same as though you had filled in the inside of a plastic stem, and of course, well, a lot less work, because who wants to muck around with filling in the inside of the stem and then drilling a hole through it? It's just easier to buy a stem already. may not have picked the best tobacco for this experiment. It's a little bit on the moist side. There we go. So, Scott wanted to know, he asked me to smoke the pipe for a little bit with a walker stem, with a forever stem, then take the stem off and put the standard stem back on and see what kind of difference it made. Because, well, even though you have the big draw here, the big hole in the tenon, you've only got a small hole there. So how much of, you can't get any more airflow through the stem than what you got here, or can you? So the walker stem, since it's 3 millimeter tenon, would represent the same thing if you filled in, and but it's got the same size hole on the mouthpiece. So now I'm going to switch stems and see if it's actually any easier to smoke with the stem with the large hole in the tenon as compared to the walker stem. And normally I would never do this to a pipe, taking a stem off in the middle of a pipe while it's hot, but in the interest of science, yep, I can tell you without any shadow of a doubt, no doubt whatsoever, the draw is easier, with the larger space in the tenon. So it doesn't really matter so much the size of the hole in the mouthpiece. It matters a lot more the size of the hole in the tenon. This is much easier, much easier. But I just want to make one thing perfectly clear, because I do enjoy these stems so much that these are not, it's not like these are difficult to smoke. These are excellent smoking stems. I don't want to give you a bad impression. It's just the larger hole. Well, it's an easier draft. But these look so much better. And of course, these things will, fall apart in no time at all by chomping, whereas these won't. So there's the experiment. The draft is the ease of smoking is a matter of how large the draft is, how large the hole is in the tenon, and not the hole in the mouthpiece. So there you have it, Scott. In the name of science, we've discovered airflow. So, till next time, may your roads always be smooth, chicken houses closed, and may your pipe never run empty. God bless.